Hey, good morning, good people. It's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been up here, since I made a video for you guys. And I just wanted to check up on you guys, make sure you're doing well. All is good in my life right now. It is now February, Black History Month, the month of love, it's heart health appreciation, mental health month. A lot of things going on in the month of February, but all is well, man. I'm so sorry. I told you guys I was going to try it. In January, I was going week to week. I think I did 3 videos back to back Mondays. Um, then I fell off. But I did. I put that disclaimer out there on my first video that I was going to try. I was going to attempt to give you guys some content on a weekly basis, but things got busy. Um, what do I want to talk about today, really briefly? Because again, these videos are not supposed to be long. I don't want them to go past 10 minutes. But I want to talk about the word remember. You know, being that it's Black History Month, we remember, our ancestors, us as African Americans. We remember the sacrifices and the accomplishments and the achievements of our ancestors. And so it's very important to do that, man. It's essential um, to remember things that people have done for you. I will say that. As a Christian, me being a Christian, the Bible talks about that. The good book, as people would call it. God's word talks about remembering. He had the children of Israel. He wanted them to remember, that was the reason for the Passover. He wanted them to remember how he delivered them, how he brought them through the Red Sea. He wanted them to remember the things that he had done for them. And that's why they took part in Passover. That's why the Passover was instituted. But for Christians, we celebrate Christ and we remember what he did for us. We take communion at church. Some churches do it once a month on the first Sunday. Some churches do it every Sunday. You could do it in your house, but Black History Month is just another time for us to remember what was done for us. Not only to remember the people, but also as a people, to remember the God who delivered us. The Bible talks about, don't forget that you were once slaves. He's talking to the children of Israel, but he's also talking to us. Even as Christians, don't remember that once such were some of you, as Paul said in his letter, you remember where God brought you from. And it's very important for you to recall and to think about those things, and it causes you to have a heart of thankfulness and gratefulness to God for all he's done for you, because ultimately God is behind it all, right? And so I think that's something that we have to cultivate in our lives, is just remembering, even if it's something small. Your wife did something for you. She made a good meal like my wife did last night. I love my wife. My wife can cook, y'all. She can. My baby can cook. But remember, it's good to do that, and to show your thankfulness and gratitude, if you can, to people. It is so important to do that. It is so very important to do that. So I would admonish you guys, using a biblical term, but I would encourage you guys to really take time to, I do that on my birthdays, right? When my birthday comes, I take time to reflect on and remember where I was and where I've come from. And it's therapeutic, but it also cultivates a heart of gratefulness, true gratefulness, not just saying it, genuine gratefulness. And just also, it inspires me to know that, man, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, nor has it been revealed to the hearts of man what God has in store for me. If God brought you through, he can continue to bring you through. Not only remember your story, right, but remember what God did in his word. Remember the past. Remember other people's stories, so you can be inspired. And I know I'm really For those who are not Christians, you're like, oh, he's getting really like churchy, sound like he's preaching. But no, it's just even if you're not a Christian, it's good to be thankful. It's good to be appreciative of where you are. Even be happy for yourself, man. Like, man, I remember I was going through that, and look at where I'm at now. I'm still here. I'm still alive. Life has been hard, man. The pandemic has been hard. It's been hard on people's mental health. And a lot of people have wanted to take their lives because they've lost family members. They've lost mothers and fathers. I mean, I'm talking about multiple family members. I know last year I lost 3, not to COVID, but I just lost 3 family members during this time. And during the pandemic, you haven't been able to see each other like you would want to or like you would have before. So that causes, an extra amount of, depression or, whatever you call it, because you can't be in close proximity like you would want to in times past because, these different variants and COVID has been crazy. So as a result, a lot of people have been depressed, man, or even have taken their lives. But to say, man, look at where I was, man. I remember that point in my life where I was really low, and look at where I'm at now. Just remember, man. Remember those times. Remember the time you didn't have a job. Remember when you, I was about to say something I shouldn't say, but remember you didn't have nothing. Remember you didn't have anything, and you worked hard. And by God's grace, whether you a believer or not, this is my channel, so I can say whatever I want to. By God's grace, whether his common grace, he got you to where you are. So let me hit these lips real quick because it's early in the morning. They're a little dry. But that's it, y'all. I don't have nothing fancy. Hopefully I didn't bore you, but hopefully I gave you something to think about. Like, you got to, part of meditation, like I like meditating. I think meditation, there's so many studies about how meditation helps you and stuff. And as a Christian, I like to meditate on God's word. But there's so many benefits to meditation. And reflection has to be a part of that. Reflecting, being quiet, being mindful of where you were, where you are now, the people in your life who are either alive or not alive, who contributed to that. And if they're not here, you can still honor them, with it honors them by having a grateful heart. And out of that, right, that should set the pattern of your life, right? When you're thankful, when you're grateful, then you tend to act out of that. It humbles you. It allows you to live a life of appreciation, and allows you to want to honor the people who have had such an impact in your life. Whether it be Martin Luther King, whether it be your granddaddy, your grandma, mom, dad, sister, brother, or God, Jesus himself. You seek to honor that person, those people, even if it's yourself. You seek to do that when you really take time to reflect and to remember. So that's it, y'all. That's all I got for y'all. I'm back. I don't know the next time I'm going to be back, but I'm back. Love y'all. Have a great day.